Agent-to-agent referrals are seen as an elite lead source. So many people want agent referrals because they feel like there's just so much more trust already established in that first introduction. So today we are going to be talking about how to create a referral arm in your real estate business when it comes to agent-to-agent referrals. Welcome to the Modern Real Estate Mama podcast. I'm your host, Braden McKee, and I teach real estate moms like you business and marketing strategies to help you build a real estate business you love while also raising a family and prioritizing raising your kids. So let's talk about how to start a referral arm in your real estate business. I am really excited to talk with you guys about this topic, but before we get started, I want to remind you that this week I am starting the 4-week live group coaching program around Facebook groups. So if you want to create more connection, more relationships, you want to grow your email list, and you want a community building aspect to your real estate business, then I want to invite you to join me for that 4-week group coaching program. Every week, I'm going to be live in our private Facebook group. There's going to be a workbook, and I'm going to teach you how to set up and optimize your group, how to set up your SEO and keywords within your group so you can get found easier, how to create engagement and conversation in your group, how to grow your email list, and then of course, how to take those relationships offline. So if you are really wanting to dive deeper into your relationships and you want to meet more people, grow your network, and grow your email list, I want to invite you to join. The link is going to be in the show notes in the description for you for very easy access. And we will be live every single Thursday. But if you are joining us, a week or two after we start, that's okay too, because you can go back, the replays and the workbooks, everything is going to be available for you. And you'll still get access to the group for that community aspect. Okay. Now let's talk about how to create a referral arm in your real estate business. Now, referrals, agent-to-agent referrals are something that so many people want. And there are a lot of different ways that you can get agent-to-agent referrals. So I'm just going to go through my top 5, and you can pick and choose, of course, which of these you want to implement, or maybe these just give you ideas so that you can get started getting more agent referrals and relationships so that you have that referral potential in the future. Okay, let's start off with number 1. This is probably my least favorite, but I also think that it can work just fine. I just think you need to be careful about how you do this. You want to always come from value and contribution, because I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do just about everything. And honestly, other agents are going to be able to sniff out like BS super easily. So the first thing that you can do is cold reach out. Now, the reason that you might do cold reach out is if you are not really sure, like you don't have any referral business coming in, you're not connected with a lot of other agents, and you're like, I just want to start introducing myself and putting myself out there. You want to look at the areas that people are moving to and from your area. So for example, I'm in Phoenix and people want to move here from, Portland, the Northeast. People are here, they are doing seasonal moves from places like Chicago, right? So I want to look at those areas, and I want to reach out to people in Washington and Oregon and Chicago, the Northeast, maybe the Midwest, and just introduce myself and say, hey, I am looking to build referral partnerships and relationships because I know a lot of people are moving to Phoenix from your area, and I would love to pay a referral fee, and be an asset to you if you have clients moving to this area. Now, if I want to send out or receive maybe potentially listing leads that I'm not getting in front of, but people are moving to, Texas, and maybe they're moving to Florida, and they're moving to the Southeast here from Phoenix. And I'm going to reach out to those people and say, hey, I know a lot of people are moving to your area from Phoenix, and I'm a Phoenix agent, and I would love to serve you if you have a client that is moving and relocating to your area, and you don't know anybody in Phoenix and they need someone to sell their home, I would love to be an asset and a referral agent for you. So this can work really great, but just know that you're starting off cold. So you're gonna have to build that relationship over time. I would send an intro, maybe video with my email or something to kind of grab attention and establish a little bit of familiarity. And then I would either invite that person onto a quick Zoom call for networking, or maybe you invite them to follow on social media or something. Or maybe after you send the email, like you go follow them on social media like a couple days later and you start engaging with them on social. So that's the first way. Okay. The second way is you can connect with agents in Facebook groups. Okay. There's one of two ways to do this. One, you're a part of agent to agent Facebook groups and you are just connecting with them, commenting on their stuff, providing value, right? If somebody's asking a question or they're looking for ideas or support, you're there in the trenches with them. This is a great way to just start relationships, right? So, Alyssa and I started this community and this podcast together, and we had done this. This has happened with us. We just connected with in the Facebook group and on Instagram through Modern Agent Social Club, which is what I'll talk about in a minute. But, that's how our relationship started. And then that's what I did with other agents. I just connected with them in these groups. I commented, I supported them. I gave my advice, my tips, my encouragement, right? So this is a really human and authentic way to create a referral arm in your business, especially as you get chatting more. I have seen this happen time and time again in different communities that I'm a part of for the real estate industry. And I would say that this is one of the most underrated and easiest ways to do it without feeling salesy and without feeling like you're pushing yourself, right? You are coming from a place of contribution and you're not being like, oh, who's your referral? You're being a human, right? So that is what you want to think about. Now, the next one that number 3 goes hand in hand with this, is for you to join a referral network or some kind of real estate community and membership. So we've talked about Modern Agent Social Club on this podcast before. This is a content marketing membership prioritizing your Instagram content and strategy. I highly recommend it. It's a great way to stay top of mind. It's a great way to get in front of people who are local on Instagram if you follow her methods. And just a reminder, you can get your first month free with the code ModernMama and the link in the description and show notes. But Modern Agent Social Club has a referral network within it. Okay, they have a referral portal on the membership site. People also post in the Facebook group looking for referrals. So again, you're going hand in hand. If you're active in the Facebook group, you're active in the membership in the community, you can get referrals because people are going to be looking. Now, this is actually kind of like combining strategy number 2 and 3. This is how I got most of my agent to agent referrals, is building relationships, being present in the community, in the Facebook group, and coming from contribution, building the relationships. And then when people had people moving to my area, they contacted me from the membership. So I've had a couple of agents that I've had repeat deals with, and I've had a couple of agents that I just did one for because they just had a one-time need, right? Maybe they'll have one in the future, who knows? But you have to think about the long-term relationship, right? And I will say that Modern Agent Social Club is more expensive now than when I started. I was at a lower price, but even at the higher price that it is now, it's 100% worth it, because if you get one referral deal a year, not even talking about you get something on Instagram because you say top of mind or you meet somebody local, it pays for the membership. So when you're thinking about the cost behind it, there's multiple reasons why joining a community or a network or a membership, why you would want to go the paid route. So you could join Modern Agent Social Club, you could join Coffee and Contracts. I think Pink Door Social Agent is another one. I don't have personal experience with them. There's a couple more. There's probably a lot more, right? You can also join free networks. There's free ways to get a part of these networks, but most of the time you are not as likely to get those referrals with the free ones because the competition is so much higher, and also they prioritize the paid ones. So just think about what is going to be the best way to establish the relationship and the trust with your other agents, because it is a lot of trust to send over a referral to somebody. if you've ever sent over a referral to someone and they did not prioritize your referral, you know how much of a rough spot that is to be in. Like, you know how hard it is to go back to your client and be like, I'm really sorry. Or maybe that person doesn't even contact you, or like they ghost you because your person doesn't connect with them. I had that happen last year. I had someone that I referred to another agent that came. I have actually had this happen. Last year, I referred a lead to somebody in a different area in my state. And this person, I didn't know anybody. No, I couldn't find anybody in any of the networks that I was a part of. And I had a couple of people in a Facebook group recommend this person to me. And I introduced them to the agent, told the agent, I was like, hey, can you just reach out to them separately? The agent tried to text them one time, and I thought they were working together. And I found out weeks later that the agent never contacted them again. And it was really rough because then I had to go back to the client and be like, hey, are you still looking? What's happening? And she was upset with me for referring her to somebody, and she wanted a phone call, and it just was not handled great, you know? So it's a lot of trust to hand somebody over a lead, even if they're not like your family or your friends, even if you don't know them. Like, it says something about you. So establishing the relationships and having that long-term look at the agents that you're building a relationship with, that you're hoping to earn their referral business, because it does very much have to be earned, is important. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. And again, if you want to join the Modern Agent Social Club, the link is going to be in the description. Code ModernMama gets you your first month free. Okay, number 4 is you can create content for real estate agents. So whether you do this within Instagram, within Facebook, within your own, like maybe you create an agent specific group, or scratch that. Okay. Number 4 is to create content specifically for real estate agents. Now, you can somehow work this into your own content strategy that you already have, or if you want to make a separate account just for creating content for real estate agents. But this could be sharing your best tips and advice for marketing, okay? This could be your, business tips. This could be sharing about your productivity hacks, or whatever it might be. Whatever areas that you do well in, that well, is creating content for other agents. What that's going to do is it's going to put you, I cannot talk today. It's going to put you in front of other agents. And that's important, because in order for people to send you referral business, they need to know about you, right? So you're taking the same thought of like, okay, I need to market myself to buyers and sellers to get buyers and sellers to know about me, right? I need to market myself to agents so agents know about me. And what do agents care about? They care about themselves, and they care about their business, right? They care about their clients, but like when you're making content, how can you help another agent in some way? How can you provide value? How can you entertain them, right? Make content for agents, and that's going to get your name in front of other agents. From there, you have to continue to build the relationship, right? You have to continue to get to know them. You have to stay in front of them. The best agents are the most well-known, and they're the most trusted. That's the two things. And so you need to do that both on the buyer and the seller side, but also on the agent to agent side if you want more agent referrals in your business. Okay, last but not least is you can create a Facebook group for real estate agents. So much like we have the Modern Real Estate Mama community, if you are not a part of that, go into the show notes, join our free Facebook group. So you could create your own Facebook group to attract other agents. You can create the group about certain types of marketing and lead generation you do. You could do certain niches within the real estate community. So if you're, like we have, our group is for moms, right? You could do women. You could do real estate agents that want to get fit and lift weights. It doesn't have to be specifically about real estate, but you could just have that be the connecting thing, or some kind of, multiple topics that are connecting you. And from there, you create content, you build the relationship, right? So this is just another way that you can create that referral business and those agent to agent relationships. No matter what of these 5 things you do, or even if you don't end up doing any of these 5 things, if you go about creating referral relationships in your real estate business and to create that referral arm in your business, the number one thing you have to remember is you have to build relationships. But no matter what you do in this strategy, like multiple of these 5 things that I said today, these strategies, you can combine them, and you're going to have to do some of them together, because ultimately, no matter what you do on this list, or even if you do none of these and you just come up with your own strategy to create a referral arm in your business, the important thing is that you need to create relationships. You need to nurture agents, and you need to get to know them. You need to help them out. And not only is this good though for creating those referral relationships, but I also just think it's good for you to have connection and be able to talk with other people in the industry. It's not good to go about entrepreneurship alone. It's not good to go about your real estate business alone. You need other people in your life that get it. And so having a combination of these strategies to connect, build the relationship, I think that's the biggest thing. Is when I think about what came out of my referral relationships with real estate, is that I had relationships that I had started to grow with other agents, and referrals came from that relationship. And then by serving their referrals well and prioritizing their referrals and, making sure that I was serving them like I would serve my own friends and family, that deepened the relationship as well. It continue to establish trust. And I think that's what you really have to think about here, is how do you create the relationship and create trust with other agents that are going to send you referrals. And of course, you need to be in connection with agents that are going to have referrals to send. So you don't necessarily need to network with the very top producers in every other market, but you need to be really thinking about the people who do business, who know people who are doing business, right? And you need to think about, who are you going to be able to serve and help? Because if somebody doesn't have any people in your area moving or selling or buying at any time, right? Or you don't have people moving into their area, well, now it's just a real estate agent relationship. You may be able to help them secure another referral from somebody else and vice versa, right? So there does have to be kind of that consideration in it, but you want to make sure that you are building kind of like your community of people in the industry that you trust. And I think that's what it comes down to. If I could say anything, and especially I know I'm not talking about it because I don't feel like I have the right things to say with what's going on with NAR and the lawsuits and everything that has been revealed in the last week. But I think that 2 things that are going to be really, really important is your network and building trust. And ultimately what that comes down to is your relationships. And that is why, these strategies, you just have to have the game plan, right? And you have to be consistent, and you have to be in it for the long term. That's like with anything in real estate, I think. But I hope that this was helpful. I really hope that, you're looking forward to creating a referral arm in your business. And if you have more ideas, go ahead and post them in the group. You guys can join. It's the Modern Real Estate Mama on Facebook, and it's linked in the show notes. And of course, if you guys love listening to this podcast, it would mean so much. It would bless me if you guys would leave me a 5-star review. And if you even left like a sentence or 2 about why you love the show, because it'll help us to reach other modern real estate mamas that want to grow their business and they want to connect with a community like ours. So I'm really hoping that you guys go and implement some of these to create more referral agent relationships. It'll help you as on the human level, but it is also going to help your referral business and have people to send you referrals, but also that you can send referrals to in the future. So go out, create your referral arm business, do your lead gen activities for this, and I'm looking forward to hear how it goes for you guys.